Hello and welcome back to the channel. This episode is all going to be a Sunday ride and a waffle. All the things that's sort of going on the channel, an update on the Sidekick's bike that was stolen. There's quite a good twist there as well. Obviously the massive adventure coming up on the Honda monkey bike and an event next year that may happen that could be absolutely awesome. So let's get on with it. Cue the intro. Dude,
yeah.
What are you doing up there? We've got a video to make. We've got to speak loads of rubbish, and people are going to love it. What the hell are you doing?
Checking the view out. Looking at the vista. It's nice up here.
Can I come up?
If you can get up, yeah.
If I can get up, I'm not that fat. Have you got any hot chocolate so we can drink hot chocolate, eat marshmallows, and look at the view? How about that? Have you got any hot chocolate? No. Oh, I'm not coming up then. Well, here we go. Beautiful country day on a Sunday, having a bit of a blast. Now, at the time of talking about this, I only literally released probably around 12 hours ago the actual announcement about me riding around the UK, but we will jump onto that a bit later. First of all, what I want to do is I want to check in on the Sidekick and what's exactly going on with his stolen bike that has now been recovered. So crack on, Sidekick, tell us all your info.
Okay, well, it's still going on with the insurance at the minute. So they are going to pay out, but I'm just in the stages of negotiating with them the value and all this sort of thing. But there has been a little twist to the story. So my personal circumstances are about to change. We're about to change job, which means I am not going to have the time I was hoping for to kind of do that bike back up and do the Mali bike realistically. So I'm umming and ahhing about what to do with the Franken bike, and then out of the blue yesterday I got a phone call from the guy who brought my original grey Pegaso, which anybody that's watched the channel for a while will know I had to go and buy another Pegaso because I was still doing up Franken bike, and which I sold on about 6 months ago. So the guy rings me up and says, I'm selling this bike, I need your advice on some bits and bobs. And I said, out of curiosity, how much do you want for it? Considering I sold it to him for £2,200. He said, well, I've done a load of work to it, I've done this and I've done that, and he has spent a lot of money on it. And he went, but if you want it back, you can have it back for £1,500. So yesterday I went and brought back my grey Aprilia Pegaso. So I'm back up to 2 Pegasos again, unbelievably. So yeah,
so you've pretty much managed to, obviously your bike's been nicked, you're going to probably go through with the claim and probably not buy it back because it's not going to work out, probably. And on top of it, you've been the most jammiest person ever. You've basically bought back your old bike that was really good, plus you spent money on it for a lot less. So if you decided to sell it again in another 6 months, you'll probably make money.
Yeah, effectively. I mean, I would like to just quickly say something, you know, that when it got stolen, you know, we put the video out that everybody, there was quite a few suggestions about putting a GoFundMe up to help cover the costs and everything, and that is really good of you guys. Really appreciate that. That was really nice of you. And had the insurance not agreed to pay out, it's something we might have considered, but that's what the insurance is for. And like I say, now my circumstances have changed. You know, realistically I can't commit to going through putting that bike back on the road, but yeah, I've now gone out and bought back the one that was probably, in all honesty, the better bike at a knockdown bargain price.
You're a lucky boy, really. Oh, unlucky for your bike being nicked, and obviously you've got access to paying your insurance, but you might have the newer version for a lot less. I mean, I'll be honest, I actually prefer your older bike for looks. Personally, I think it's a nicer looking bike, but it's still awesome. You've got the grey back because it was good. We did some fantastic, awesome adventures on that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, there are certain things I do prefer about the red one, but the grey one was ultimately the more reliable one because it had the Yamaha engine in it. And I will make a couple of modifications to it this time because it was missing some loud cans, which the red one had, and I'll probably change handlebars on it. But apart from that, I mean, I just need something now with my situation changing, that when I come home at the weekend I can jump on and ride, and we can go and do some adventures on, rather than me having to sit in the garage for the next 6 months rebuilding something.
That is awesome, absolutely awesome. And then the other thing I want to ask about is, you're obviously, they would have seen in one of the last videos, you haven't go back and watch it, you got given a free bike, and it's basically a race bike, and it wasn't running last time we checked in the video. I know you're making a little series on it so people will get to see it, but how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, hopefully I'm a part way through recording, sorting the carbs out on it, and now I have actually had it running on the choke. It does run, but I have taken it apart. The carbs are in bits at the minute. I'm about to start cleaning those up, so yeah, we'll like you say, we will be doing some episodes on that. But I mean, that's what I want to be doing in my spare time now, is you know when I come home at the weekends, I want to be making sure I've got a bit of time to do that project, and as well as going out riding the bikes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some, you know, that what I'm going to do to that is stuff I've not done to a bike before, so I'm actually looking forward to doing that project. It will be something a bit different for me.
I actually thought what you did in your spare time was just watch episodes of me on YouTube, and just binge watched it every single night.
No, I keep telling you, I don't watch the videos unless I'm in them.
Bit rude. So you've pretty much, you've got your project going on, you've got your old Pegaso bat that's going to make a nice little twist to the channel. Life is good at the minute. You're starting a new job. It's just absolutely awesome, isn't it? I mean, things are falling into place. Yeah,
I mean, it is not. I've not started the new job yet. I've still yet to set a date before I leave, but there's all sorts of other things going on with that, but that's not something we'll go about on in here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got a bike again I can use. I've got a nice little project bike. Obviously I've got the Vespa, which will always, you know, things won't change. This bike will never go. So yeah, life is good. Things, you know, and we've got things coming up in the future, haven't we, that we're looking at the minute.
So much, haven't we? Now, just quickly, if anyone's interested, I've just got my hands on the Osmo Action 3, and that's what I'm filming to film myself, and it's on its super wide lens. It'll be interesting what anybody thinks of the quality of it, because this ideally is going to change from the 360 inch that I've been using, and the 360 is just going to be used for those cinematic shots, and this camera, literally its purpose is for this shot. So hopefully that looks pretty cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump to some cool, awesome cinematic stuff to break the video up a bit, and then we're going to then move on to the topic of this, a crazy UK adventure and what's happened just in 12 hours time. Well, now we're going to talk about the amazing, the awesome, just the absolutely bonkers riding this Honda Monkey bike around the UK in November. in the freezing cold. Now a lot of people have already mentioned it in the comments and they're interested to know exactly what's going on. So obviously I've already announced that I'm going to be leaving on the 3rd of November, that I believe is a Thursday, heading to Northampton. Then I plan on just taking the coastline all the way around the UK, hopefully making it absolutely everywhere and getting back and not running out of money or time, because obviously I'm a little bit restricted with both. But I'm not doing it like a race. I'm doing it to take in as much as I possibly can and just vlog it, and once I'm done, I'm done. And that's why I have no idea of how long and how many miles or any of that stuff, unless I run out of money. But the question I'm sure that's on most people's minds more than anything else is this going to be a solo adventure, or is this going to be a traditional helmet head and sidekick adventure? And I'm going to let the sidekick answer that.
The simple answer is you're going on your own, pal. No, I just like, you know, well, the way your job works is you're on shifts and things. I'm not, so and because of my job changing, I can't get that sort of time off at the minute. But depending on where you are at the time, when, you know, at the weekends or whatever, I am hopefully going to come and try and catch up with you, annoy you, knock you off your bike, irritate you, and then probably come home again to a nice warm house afterwards.
So the real truth of it is you're just scared of coming on such a big adventure because of all the women that are going to be trying to hunt us down to kiss us.
No, it's November, it will be freezing cold. It's a stupid idea and I can't get the time off, fortunately. So
but if you could, you would come though, admit it.
If it was in the summer, I'd probably consider it, but not right now.
Well, it's going to be awesome if all goes according to plan, and it does work, because the thing of it is, like I said, because I'm not trying to hit a certain mileage every day, because you'll just see me riding. It all depends where I am. But if all goes according to plan, obviously the sidekick's going to come hunting for me, hopefully spend the night, and we'll do a little bit part of the journey. With that being said, hopefully, and now I'm not confirming names because obviously it's a lot, you know, I don't put pressure on people, but we're hopefully going to have some of our fellow YouTubers that I seem to somehow manage to talk into coming on these crazy things, checking in hopefully throughout the trip, and that will hopefully include people like Bike Buddy, the Works channel. Hopefully another hipster might come and find me. I'm not guaranteeing any of this, but hopefully they'll get to check in. And one of our plans, if it does work, is to put sort of mid videos out during the trip with them looking for us, so they'll film it and hopefully we'll have to put it out on the channel as well, so it all ties into a big long story. And that offer will go out to anybody that's got a YouTube channel that wants to film. If you're gonna come and stay for a night somewhere and meet up, etc., obviously I can't just do for everybody, but for people that do that, I'm more than happy to take the raw footage, put it together and release it as a mid sort of episode on the channel. Will hopefully drive some traction to your channel as well, and also be part of the fun. Likewise, anybody who wants to meet me, everyone's welcome as always. So I'll put these tracking links out on the aspect of people can follow the journey, come and say hi and all that kind of stuff. So do feel free, if I'm anywhere near you or you've got a spare day or so and you go, I want to come along and say hi or ride with you, or just come and meet you for coffee. My plan every day is to stop around 2 PM and then book my hotel for that night, and basically book hotel about 2 or 3 hours away from that point. And on that all being said as well, since I've released the video, it has been non-stop with amazing people making me amazing offers. I've got potentially a place I'm going to be staying in Brighton. I've potentially got a place I'll be staying in John O'Groats. And then I've got people offering me beds, sofas and all sorts from sort of different parts as the trip goes on. And it's just awesome. It blows you away that people are so generous to offer to cook you a meal and let you stay at theirs, and, you know, come and ride with you. It's absolutely unbelievably awesome. And of course I'm going to accept as many of those offers as I possibly can and get to visit and see people as much as I can. Again, because I don't know exactly where I'll be at what time. With all the people that have offered it in general, if they're at work or they're busy because of where I am, or ends up being that it's not towards the end of the day, then of course I won't be able to do that. But ideally I'll stop and see as many people as I can. I've already confirmed a couple, so it should be good. There should be a real nice mix of different people coming in and coming out. And then yeah, it's going to be an absolutely epic adventure if all goes according to plan. If I do run out of money or something does go wrong, it's just the way it is. I'm going to film this as raw as I possibly can, basically. It's going to be nuts, and I'm just winging it as per always. Oh, and also we've potentially at this time got some big brands backing us as well. Some big motorcycle brands is all I'll say, involved in kit and stuff like this, backing us, and that will be massive for me and the channel. So keep your eyes peeled for some of the announcements for some of the companies, hopefully, that are jumping on board this adventure. Anyway, that is the trip. That's happening on the 3rd of November. I'll be setting off. It's nuts. But then the last kind of real bit of waffle that we've got to talk about in regards to the channel is I've received an email about a venue that are looking at hosting the Helmet Head subscriber event for 2023, and I'm not going to say where it is or any of that yet until we have it all 100% confirmed. But the potential offer, the potential weekend may look, and the word I'm going to use is may, because again it's not all confirmed yet, may look like we could potentially do well, the place will have camping. You'll be able to camp. There'll be bands in a really cool venue. There'll be food, there'll be a bar available, basically a whole package. Now of course this will come at a cost. There will be tickets for sale. That's just to cover the venue. That's all that money will be for. And obviously we're going to plan probably to do a small sort of late afternoon ride out with people in the afternoon, and obviously the bands and the music and the food and the partying all at night, and it could be absolutely unbelievably epic. And I'm looking round the beginning of the riding season to kick things off, so please let me know if it's something that would interest you. I'm only in talks, but a Helmet Head subscriber 2023 proper event, and if it's a success, maybe do it every single year, maybe. So let me know. So let's talk about the biggest waffle of the day. Now I want to start off with BSA, because I think when they released the new BSA Gold Star, personally I think they made a big massive mistake with that. What do you reckon?
It's probably a bit on the disappointing side, isn't it?
Well, they had a launch, they had, and I don't mean this being a rude way, but some older style bike magazines. I know, I appreciate it's it's supposed to be the modern take on it, but there was a guy there holding an old-fashioned microphone on a piece of wire talking about it. It should have been more, I don't know, modern. I reckon they should have done what they do with a lot of things like the Harleys and that, the way they have a load of modern YouTubers sort of taking them out and reviewing it, but it was all very done in an old school way that doesn't, to me, I wouldn't buy a magazine to just read about that bike.
Yeah, unfortunately they've not quite caught up with the times there, have they, and realised that if they need to go on to a younger demographic, then this is what they need to do. Unfortunately they're probably still a bit stuck in the old days where you'd invite all the magazines and that sort of press along, unfortunately. It
should have been, I don't know, I haven't personally seen one on the road yet at all.
No, neither have I,
and I've not heard any more on them either. It was literally press launch day one, they're going to be sold from this place, put your orders in, and then that's it. There's just been nothing else. No amazing adverts popping up or anyone going deep into like what the bike's like, just that. Yeah,
like you say, it's a missed opportunity on their behalf, isn't it? And I suppose it will only be reflected in the sales.
Yeah, it's a shame, because I would love to have seen them come back bigger, bolder, better, and seen a massive whole lineup coming out from them, like revisiting all these classics with the modern takes, personally.
Yeah, and there's still time yet, isn't there? Who knows? But yeah, it's not looking good off the bat to start with, is it?
No, not at all. But then what we've got as well is some more exciting news. So I've reconnected with Triumph, and obviously I did some stuff with them last year, and I'm hoping if all goes according to plan after this adventure, we're going to start getting our hands on a few Triumphs. I've put in a suggestion to them, and I think this would be awesome, that we get the Triumph Scrambler, the 1200, and potentially the Tiger 1200, or both of the 9s, so the 900 and the 900 Tiger, and me and you take them on an adventure to Wales, some green lane, and put them through their paces to kind of show what they can do and also what they're really like to handle. Because for me as a person who's looking to buy a bike, they're two of the big bikes that are on the radar. Ones I want to get my hands on, ones I'd actually be tempted to buy. So me and you in Wales, mate, we could take them down straight to Florida. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
That'd be I mean, not just saying it because that's what we want to do, but that would be a very good idea. I mean, you get a side-by-side comparison of the two, you know, with people using them both at the same time. I'm sure it would make a good review. Let's hope something like that happens.
It would be awesome, wouldn't it? Definitely awesome. I mean, that's quite, yeah, hopefully that's quite big as well. Recently as well, of course, I'm very lucky because I do get sent a lot of the press packs and stuff. Now I've kind of dulled down a little bit on doing too many videos just on press packs, because I know a lot of you, it bores you, but I got sent the Norton press pack literally the minute it came out to the press. I got my hands on it as well, and I kind of stalled on it for a day also, and I did put up a photo. I did have a good look through it. Now it's, I think, about 16.5 grand for the base model for the new Commando. I've read the comments. I think it's a nice look. It looks nice. It's a nice British styling bike. I still think it's pricey. I really do. I'd like to see it a bit cheaper, and I think they're slightly missing the trick with, I'd like to see it more modern, something new from them, something new and modern, and in that kind of 14 grand price range. What did you reckon to the photo?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you say, it's a very nice looking bike, but it's not anything that hasn't already been done, is it? It is very nice, and I'm sure they'll sell a few, but yeah, like you say, I think again there's a trick missed there. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing that we've not really seen before, is it?
That's it. They're just rehashing it, obviously, without. I don't know. I want a sparkle. You know, it's like when you want a bike to come to the market that you go, wow, that's a good price and a real competitor. Because if you're going back to Triumph, if you think classic, I instantly think Bonneville. And they've kind of kept that modernness. It keeps transforming the Bonneville, and but they've kept the core. But we need a new modern looking classic, is what I'm trying to say. We need something new and special. Yeah,
and I think they started revisiting all these old bikes, didn't they, and reinventing them. But you need to, now we've had them that many times where they've been reinvented, you need something that's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, I've recently been sent from Mr. Dazzler just this morning, and I've not watched the video yet, but apparently 2023 they're bringing out a new version of the Monkey, and I could be massively wrong with this. I've just literally glanced at his post where they're basically blinging it, and if that's true from what I've just seen, that could be something quite incredible. But again, I've not watched the video, so I don't know how real that is. And then the other thing I want to talk to you about, and I am really tempted by this, they are going to bring out a new Honda Transalp.
Yeah, because they were on about making it the baby Africa Twin, weren't they? But it's now looking like it's going to be a Transalp.
Now, if they get that right, mate, if they get that right, I probably can't afford it, but I would be in the queue to put a deposit down on one of them, because if Honda modernise their dash and things that a little bit more, bring it a little bit more what I like to call to modern, because I always find they are good, reliable, fun bikes. If they modernise that a little bit more, give you plenty of different road options and settings and stuff like this to go up against things in the market like the new Aprilia Touareg that is apparently supposed to be unbelievably good, I could be one of the first in. I could see you on the Aprilia Touareg, the new one, mate. Have you seen it? It looks and sounds spot on.
Yeah, I mean, that Touareg, that and the new, I think it's the new Tenere, the Touareg, I mean, it does get some very good reviews. And I, you know, if I had the money, I would be very tempted with that new Touareg. It is, yeah, like, you know, of some of the comparisons I've seen, they do say it is a bit more vicious than the Tenere, but yeah, it's very nice. But like you say, I mean, I personally, I don't think the Transalp is going to be in that sort of league. I think the Transalp's probably going to be more of a tourer than an off-roader, but who knows, we'll see.
It would be good to get our hands on them though. I've got to say, I'd love to get my hands on one. Be dead interesting. Well, I think that's going to be it for our little bit of waffle. We've talked about a few bikes. We've said, hang on. He's cutting in. He's cutting in.
What else have we missed that we've not talked about yet?
How fantastic I look without my beard at the minute, and you keep wanting to touch me.
We've got to 5,000 subscribers.
We've got what?
5,000 subscribers.
You're kidding me.
5,000.
I tell you what, that's a moment, mate. Please tell me, because I mean, 5,000. That's been a lot of work, and we've got 5,000 awesome people supporting this channel.
Yeah, I mean, who'd have thought it, that, you know, we'd actually get there. It's like you keep watching the numbers, but yeah, 5,000, that is amazing, isn't it? And thanks to everybody that sat through and watched our painfully boring, stupid videos, and left comments and hit that subscribe, and they've hit the like button. Thanks to everybody, because it is amazing.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Our channel is growing very quickly again at the minute, and we're starting to see some good numbers, and it is thanks to all of you guys for taking that time. Forget what you said about the boring videos, to watch these awesome, crazy adventures that we go on, because it is just not boring, it is just great fun, crazy, and
two idiots making it up as they go along. On some bikes are good, some bikes are rubbish, and yeah, but amazing that people want to follow along and watch it. It's amazing, isn't it?
It has been, and it is still going. We've got so much, as we've spoke about already, so much planned, so much going on, as always, and it's nothing but up. I'm really hoping to hit that 10,000 subscriber mark quite quickly, and that only happens by people sharing these videos, giving it a thumbs up and a comment, because it generally helps the videos grow. Because if there's not interaction, YouTube go on the algorithm, I'm not interested, then it doesn't get pushed for everybody to enjoy my beautifulness. But anyway, we are going to end it there. So
hang on, what about all
the bloody hell?
What about all the fantastic people we've met though from doing this? You know, all of the people that have come out and met up with us. Some people now who we would definitely class as friends, just through doing this. It's crazy, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, unbelievable. We've got, yeah, like you said, YouTuber side of things. It's like we've got other YouTubers that like our friends now. We constantly measure each other, we plan stuff together, and also as well, not forgetting the community that we've managed to build, especially on the Facebook page as well, because it is a community and people have met up through that community that's been created and gone out for rides and stuff. I mean, and it's just so special, isn't it? It's just absolutely awesome.
Gives you away sometimes, doesn't it, when you think about it?
Well, we are going to end the video though, because we're not going to gush over every single person that we've ever spoken to. We are going to end it there. So what I just want to turn around and say is, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. This is just Waffle. It may be something we'll do on a regular basis, a little bit of sort of bike news and channel news all at the same time, if it's something that interests you. So as always, please stay subscribed, don't unsubscribe. And we will see you in the next bonkers Hammerhead adventure. Be safe, ride safe, and all that good stuff. Ciao for now.
Bye bye, everybody.